Today I'm going to share with you the secret to the crispiest, most succulent pork chops. Hi, you're watching Plating It with Wendy, where I share with you recipes which impress with ease. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead, click that subscribe button. And while you're there, if you press on that bell icon, you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. These pork chops are crunchy on the outside and soft and juicy on the inside. Now, let's get started. For this recipe, we're going to go in with 500 grams of boneless pork chops. And you want to have that little fat around the rim because it adds to the flavor. Now here's a tip what I like to do so that the pork chops cook evenly and they don't curl up when cooking is to cut the fat around so that it helps to keep it flat. These pork chops are around 3/4 inch thick. I'm going to pound them till they become about 1/2 inch thick. And now we're going to tenderize the meat. Tenderizing the meat helps to break down the fibers of the meat, which softens the texture and makes it more succulent and flavorful. We're going to flip it and tenderize it on the other side also. This is also going to help the flavor to get right into the meat. Now we're going to keep these aside and get our marinade together. We're going to start by adding 2 eggs. And to that we're going to add 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. You could even use fresh garlic if you wanted. And we're going to add 1 generous teaspoon of mustard. And I'm going in with Dijon mustard because it's a little bit milder. And for a bit of tang, we're going to add about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And we're just going to eyeball it here. And we're going to season it with 1 teaspoon of salt. Let's bring this together. Break down the eggs. And we're going to continue whisking till it gets well combined. Now, here's the secret. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, one at a time, whisking it well between each addition. This is going to help to create that first crispy layer on our pork chops. And now it's time to add the second spoon. Now let's take each pork chop and coat it on both sides with the marinade. Now that we've coated all the pork chops in the marinade, we're going to cover it up with a plastic wrap and leave it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours so that it gets a chance to marinate. Overnight would be best. Now that our pork chops are marinated and are ready to be fried, let's prep the mixture with which we're going to coat them. We're going to add 1½ cup of all-purpose flour to a flat bowl. And to that we're going to add 1/2 cup of corn flour. And this is going to give that crunchy texture to the pork chops. And to that we're going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and this is going to give that fluffiness to the outer coating. And we're going to season it with just about 1/2 teaspoon of salt and about 1/2 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. We're going to give it a whisk and bring all the dry ingredients together. And now here's another secret. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of water to the flour. And now using our clean fingers, let's go in and work the water in with the flour to create little lumps of flour, and this is going to help to give us that additional crispy layer to the pork chops. We're going to go in with our hands and just try to flatten out those lumps so that we get those nice crispy layers on the pork chops. We have our workstation all set out. Using a pair of tongs, let's take one of the pork chops. Look how well it has got coated with all that marinade. And we're going to take the pork chop and place it in the flour mixture. Now we're going to take our fingers and flip the flour on the top. And using a little pressure, we're going to pat it down. We're going to dust the excess flour off and then place it on the wire rack. Now that we have finished coating all the pork chops, we're going to allow it to rest for about 15 minutes so that the flour gets a chance to dry and bond with the pork chops. This will prevent a lot of the flour from falling when frying. And while the pork chops are resting, let's go over to the stove and heat up the oil. And we're going to heat up the oil till it reaches 360 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're gently going to place the pork chops in the oil away from us. We're going to fry just 2 at a time because we do not want the temperature of the oil to drop. That'll give us soggy pork chops. We want those lovely crispy pork chops. And we're going to fry them for about 5 to 6 minutes on each side or till they turn nice and golden in color. Now after 5 minutes and after getting that nice golden color, we're going to flip it over and cook it just for about 2 minutes on the other side. And now that the pork chops are fried, we're going to lift them up, drain off the excess oil, and place them on a wire rack till we finish frying up all. Now we're going to flip it on the other side. I've just taken this off the cooling rack and look how crispy it is. I know you're drooling. Now I'm going to cut it up into strips. Wow, you can actually hear that crunch. Oh my goodness. Look at that. To plate it, we're going to place 2 pork chops on a plate and scoop on a generous helping of creamy mashed potato. And I like to enjoy pork chops with gravy, but you could substitute it with ketchup. And now it's time to give the pork chops a taste. Wow. Can you see that? Dip it into the gravy. These pork chops are really juicy and tender on the inside, yet crispy on the outside. You can literally hear the crunch with every bite. And I'm going to go in for a helping of the mashed potato too. Now if you want to enjoy this as much as I did, log on to my website, platingitwithwendy.com, where you will find the full written recipe. Thanks for watching. See you soon.